Bawib grana wip ninibong, my organic and inorganic friends. I am Papatron, the concerned alien parent, and as a kickoff to the Papatron Talk series, I want to talk about passion and commitment. Passion is a powerful thing. Passion can have us end up doing some truly grandiose things in significance and scale. When you first start playing a video game, you really get into it. You want more of it. You just want to keep playing and never get off that high. When you start a book, the language, the plot twists, the character development, the build-up suck you right in, and you don't want to put the book down. Your heart is pumping at the thought of what will happen next in the journey. When you start working on a project, you want to do the best job you can. You go the extra mile and pull every stop you can. Ideas for all the things you can do and want to do rush in. Improvements are all just coming in one after another. But passion, this initial passion, is a honeymoon phase. It eventually dries out. It doesn't completely die out, but the reality of the situation starts seeping in. The video game ends up having parts that are clearly incomplete. The game mechanics are becoming annoying, and there are game-breaking glitches. The author didn't quite do as good of a job as they could have, and didn't explore some more obvious areas, or didn't do some of the more obvious things that would have improved the piece. The project starts pile up with problems that don't have easy solutions. Not all ideas can work together, and the whole thing ends up feeling like a chore or torture. However, you do not stop playing video games. You still love them. You're still passionate about gaming. You pick up on the next book and you read it. You don't stop. You're passionate about reading. You don't stop being creative because a project has gone south. You start up a new project. You want to keep on being creative. You're passionate about creating stuff. You keep going at it. So when does passion become a commitment? Can they overlap? How do they work with each other? Passion doesn't require sacrifice. You'll keep doing what you're doing until you feel like you have nothing else to get out of it. You will keep playing video games, you will keep reading books, you will keep working on projects, but after a certain point, you aren't going to want to continue doing some of these things anymore. You're not going to want to see some of those things through all the way to the end. You don't end up facing a choice where you have to give something up in order to pursue it. You just let it go. You just drop it. Commitment, on the other hand, requires sacrifice. You keep going at it no matter how bad things get. You are set to see things all the way to the end. It doesn't matter if the game has become agonizingly repetitive, the book became outright unreadable, or the project has just crashed and burned. You are going to keep at it until it's done. You often end up with choices to give something up to pursue these commitments. And this brings us to one of the biggest points, not just in this discussion, but in life in general and philosophy. Life is essentially a series of trade-offs. Do you want to spend extra time at work and get a bit more money? Or do you want to spend more time for your hobbies and with your family? Do you want to keep watching YouTube videos or browse the internet some more? Or do you want to get some extra sleep? Do you want to save more money and opt out to making healthier food at home? Or do you want to save time and just get some fast food? In each of these cases, you had a choice. And each choice had its own pros and cons, exactly the same as with passion and commitment. You can't keep playing a game until it loses entertainment value, put it down and never think about it again. Or you can see it all the way through to the end, maybe even go achievement hunter on this thing, by sacrificing your time and effort you would invest into the next game. You can keep reading the book until it loses you to stale plot, bad writing, whatever the problem is, or you can see it all the way through to the end by sacrificing your time and effort, you would end up investing in another book. You can keep working on a project until you just don't want to work anymore. You're sick of it. Or you can see it through to the end by sacrificing your time and effort you would invest into the next project. You may be passionate about, say, fashion, and you will always be doing something that has something to do with it, even if it's just reading a magazine. But a career path in fashion is a choice. It's a commitment where you'll end up giving up other career paths. YouTube requires passion and commitment. I'm passionate about creating, but it became a commitment once I moved my schedule around to make time for it. I had to give some things up in order to be able to do this. At the end of the day, commitment really is a powerful thing. It tests us, our personality, character, ability, and keeps us moving in a specific direction even when we don't want to. So, what about drive? How exactly does drive interact with commitment and passion? Let's find out after these messages. It's the morning. You just woke up and you have to roll for initiative. That first roll will determine how the rest of your day goes. Do you keep failing the rolls every day? How many times did it feel like you rolled a 1? Well, no more. With D20 coffee, you don't need to worry. It will be like you rolled a 20 every time, every day. The people behind this product proudly stand for maximum quality and guaranteed satisfaction while bringing you great variety at affordable prices. No matter what bean it is or how you want it, you can rest assured it will be done to the highest standards and handled with the greatest of care. All you have to do is go to the shop section, select your desired brew, indicate whether you want whole bean or ground, and your quantity. Before you know it, you'll have a new fantastic way to improve your day. Be sure to check out their Facebook and Instagram pages. They love memes, and so do we. Don't forget to join their mailing list to get the latest scoops on upcoming sales, hottest coffee trends, and new arrivals. But wait, there's more! Apply the coupon code Papatron, and not only will you get a discount, you will also help support my channel. And remember, if it is not from D20 Brewers, it might as well be in the sewers. That's www.d20brewers.com. 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 And now, let's get back to the video. Let's start this from a completely mundane and commonplace situation. Shopping. You are at a dollar store, doing some shopping for supplies, or maybe you're just browsing. You see some shelves with drinks. How many times have you wondered, how much did it take to have this drink be put on the shelf? You're going to need to prepare to go down a rabbit hole that splits into even more rabbit holes. So how did that drink end up on that shelf in that dollar store? An employee of the store put it on the shelf. Where did the employee get that can from? The employee got that can from the back. How did that drink end up in the back? The store ordered it, and a truck came in to deliver it. How did they order it? From what company, and why this specific drink? They ordered from X company that makes these drinks, and this specific drink is pretty popular. How did the company make these drinks? How did the store figure out that the drink is popular? Where did the company get the raw materials to make these drinks? How were the raw materials obtained? Where did the machinery come from that allowed harvesting these raw materials? And from that, just even more questions pop up. Now let's get back to the store for a second. Why does the store exist? Who founded it? How is it so successful? How did it get to this point? Why this specific drink and not a million other drinks on the market? How do we know that this is popular? How does a company do market research? Where did the people who do market research got their knowledge from? How did they get hired? Why did they choose this career path? Speaking of career paths, that employee at the very beginning who put that drink on that shelf, why are they working in the dollar store and not anywhere else? And that is just barely scratching the surface. All these people from all the stores, from all the factories, warehouses, offices, of all the companies had to come together in one way or another to put this one can on this one shelf. That is easily hundreds of people who never even met or talked or even heard of each other, working together. Take a minute to think about just how complex this is. Now, here's another question. Who and how organized all of this? People with passion, commitment, and more importantly so, drive. You're passionate about video games, reading, creativity. You commit yourself to finishing certain things, but drive is what really takes it to the next level. I will give you another situation as an example. I see this a lot. Person A gets hired and starts working. They go through the training, they learn how to do the job, and that's it. They come, they do their job, and that's it. They want to be able to afford stuff, they want to have a roof over their head, be able to eat, do some hobby stuff. They have committed to this job. That's it. Person B gets hired and starts working. They go through the training, they learn how to do their job, and they keep improving. They come, they do their job, they keep learning how to do it and be better. They want a roof, they want food, they want hobby. They are committed to the job, and thanks to the drive, they will more than likely keep raising the bar. Now, let's put yourself into an employer's shoes. Who would you give a raise to? Who would you promote? Who would you hire as a supervisor or a manager? Someone who cares only to do their job, or someone who goes above and beyond? That's the difference the drive makes. People with drive, in essence, have ambition. These people will go on to do bigger, better, grander things. Person A will never bother to venture beyond getting a job, and that's okay. Person B will keep pushing the envelope, and that is fantastic. It is thanks to people with drive and ambition that we live in the world like today, where we have all the commodities, all the luxuries, all the hobby stuff, all the opportunities, all the things we have and enjoy in our way of life. People with drive were the ones that kept going at it, pushing industry, economy, society, making companies, developing better services and products. Think of the current place where you live. Someone, like person A, would never really even think of establishing a construction company. They just don't want to do it. They don't have the drive. That will be person B, who has the drive, who would go all the way and beyond. Now, think about your computer or device that you are watching this video on. Now take a look around you and think about everything from the set of napkins somebody might be using up to the vehicles that you hear in the background, to the internet you're using, to how everything follows some sort of organization and order. Passion gets us started. Commitment disciplines us, and drive pushes us forward. Imagine an entire civilization of people like person A. Everyone shows up just to do an acceptable, passable job, except that there are no jobs. There isn't much of anything to begin with. Person A doesn't really have the drive to do anything. That will be the world devoid of entertainment. To develop anything, you not only have to be creative and disciplined, but you need to have the drive. You need the ambition to actually have anything done. Can person A write a book, develop a video game, make a movie? Yes, they can. They have the ability to. But will they? No, they will not. Why would they? There's nothing motivating them. There's no drive. They don't want to. They come along for the ride. They go with the flow. That will be the world without a growing industry, if any industry to begin with. In business, you have to think of new ideas, you have to compete. There's zero competition with zero drive. Now, take a second to think about this a little deeper. Without someone having enough drive to make the company, you would not have a job. We need people with drive. We need people with ambitions. Hold on. You're probably thinking, what about attitude? What about perspective? I'm going to dedicate an entire video separately to these two things because there's just so much more to cover and I'm running out of time for this episode. Now here are some questions for you to think about. What examples of passion, commitment, and drive can you come up with? What are you passionate about? What are you committed to? What drives you? And where does it drive you? How does your drive, commitment, and passion show? Share in the comments below, or just think about it. This was Papatron, the concerned alien parent. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed my content, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell. I'll see you in the next video. Till all are fun.